Yes, guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to another reaction, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the very first out of 2 reactions I'll be dropping on this YouTube platform. Welcome to this Mystelics Reacts channel. Big about yourself for definitely being a part of this vibrations, brothers and sisters. I do appreciate every single one of you guys for definitely jumping by and saying, Mystelics, we are indeed in the building. Of course, we're watching the vibrations. Big up to all the individuals who I've met across the Caribbean right there for definitely, hey, guys, you guys have no idea. When persons tell me they don't just watch one video because they want to see what the others have to say as well. People meet me and you're like, they watch all the channels as well. And I mentioned, what are my channels? And then actually challenge an individual in that regard. And the individual told me all the 4 channels. Actually, I have 5 channels. Of course, a number of persons don't know about the 5th one, which of course pretty much brings me a number of the things that I actually showed you guys. A number of the things that I actually showed you guys, like the hydrogen, water, and this kind of things. That's the channel that pretty much brings these things right there. But welcome, brothers and sisters, to a Caribbean channel. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget to click the like button. I would appreciate that. And of course, subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through right there at the end. Without further ado, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations for today. For we say this very same sentiment, which I think a number of persons have known for quite some time right there, brothers and sisters. Breaking news! Apparently, there was a small aircraft incident reported at Kanefield Airport. Stay tuned for further updates, brothers and sisters. And this, of course, is what I saw right there. When I first saw this, I was like, is this really Kanefield? Which part of Kanefield is this? Maybe it's just the angle out of which the individual took this, or maybe they took it at a distance. But I'm looking at the roads, guys, and I'm like, this is a very small road right there where the plane has to land. But in accordance to this small aircraft right there, brothers and sisters, to the road, it would make sense right there. And of course, I was like, that cannot be Kanefield. But of course, it'll make sense. Why is the house right there to Kanefield? But it's the angle that is the defining factor. Because if you look at these things right there, brothers and sisters, I don't know if the person most likely have a Samsung Galaxy S21, 22, 23, 24, or the person has it's definitely not an iPhone. You will not see iPhone take this kind of picture there at all. I bet in every single one of you guys, this was not an iPhone that took this photo right there. So the zoom, of course, is pretty crazy. There's another one, the Huawei or some kind of name like that, brothers and sisters, a Chinese phone that has wicked zoom on it. So because I see this, the thickness of this thing, you can actually see the wire, brothers and sisters. So that was a heck of a zoom right there. So of course, this is another photo of it, of the individuals coming to assist the aircraft, a small aircraft right there. This is a close-up shot of it right there. It seems like it most likely skid off the road and then ended up turning over of some sort. But of course, we're trying to figure out who are the individuals inside this. Now, guys, I want you guys to look at this plane right there. It is small, yes. I myself want to get me a small plane, learn how to fly. That's one of my goals in life. Actually, I had a talk with a friend of mine, and he said he wants to just be able to get a jet plane. Hey, I want to call up, hey, the charter plane. I want to get that and get that going. But I actually want to get my own plane right there, a small one just like this. I can actually go up to Albany area for me to learn to fly planes and stuff, and I can actually get this done in less than a year. But there's time for that, brothers and sisters. As long as there's life, there is hope for me to do this. So that's something I definitely want to do. But this plane is small, and of course we're seeing the reference to these individuals right there. Wow, a small plane went down at Kanefield Airport. So apparently there was a husband and wife and 2 persons on board. So there were 4 individuals. So most likely most likely was in front there. I don't know if it's at the back. I don't know, brothers and sisters. Oh yes, that would make sense. So there are 4 seats at the back right there. So they'll be able to sit there, and the individual sitting more at the back. And I'm guessing this is the area where you put your suitcase or whatever suitcase that, brothers and sisters. But they made it across to Dominica from wherever they came from. I'm not sure, but of course, based of this, the individuals escaped with all their lives, brothers and sisters. So 4 individuals were on board this plane. So most likely husband and wife and their 2 children, or maybe relatives of sorts, or 2 additional individuals right there. This is a video of it right there, guys. So this is when the rain was falling. Maybe this was most likely earlier, and maybe when they landed in some serious conditions. But it seems like most likely this happened, the rainfall and whatever happened after. Because sometimes the weather can be a bit tricky, brothers and sisters, in terms of when you come in. But most likely you have some really some sort of GPS or weather thing on your plane to tell you, hey guys, something is happening in that regard. Maybe you should land or try to evade it. But maybe they thought the best way for them to do, the best option that they had was to land. And if they landed in these conditions, my goodness gracious, Thank God at least they escaped with their lives, brothers and sisters, so I'm happy about that. Or this could actually just be when the situation happened, because you could tell that most likely the conditions happen afterwards based off this thing right there. I can't really, come to think of it, I can't really see that is the case, but it is what it is, brothers and sisters. The most important part here is that the individuals are alive and well. Thank God they get to see another day in that regard right there. Now guys, talking about planes right there, it has been indicated to me that there is some sort of aircraft in the air above Dominica that cannot land, brothers and sisters. Aircraft cannot land is indicated right there, circling, hoping to land at the Douglas Charles Airport, aka Menville Airport in Dominica moments ago. And of course, we have none other than the tracking right there. Big up to the individuals who track, brothers and sisters. The plane actually came from Antigua onto Dominica, and of course that plane was none other than American Eagle right there. Of course, this is not in Canefield, but of course in the Margot region, and that plane has been circulating. American Eagle was circulating. It came down this way, it went back this way, did this thing, and something like that, brothers and sisters, and then it went down and it decided to do what? To head back to where it came from, brothers and sisters. That plane is now gone to Dominica. It was looking to circulate. I think the green light, the green indication was for it maybe to land in Dominica, but of course it was told not to land, and of course had to go back all the way to Puerto Rico, I believe it is. It went to Puerto Rico, I think. Yes, brothers and sisters. So that is also interesting. It either went to Puerto, yes. So it went to Puerto Rico, brothers and sisters. Antigua is on the way right there. Thank God for technology, right? So that plane is going back to Puerto Rico, not to Antigua. I thought it would have gone back to Antigua, which would make sense, but it is going back to Puerto Rico. Of course, American Eagle usually lands in Puerto Rico right there. So that is very interesting in that regard right there. So I just had to show this. Anyways, guys, on the basis of this sentiment, of course, we know about the situation involving the chaos that took place in Dominica. And of course, based on what I read, brothers and sisters, the people just lost their house. And they have to go to the Prime Minister, not the Prime Minister going to the people. Wow, look at country. I found it very interesting, the post that was made right there. On the basis that this is them going to the Prime Minister's office, and certain situations happen across Dominica, and you think, hey, the Prime Minister would actually care. I know, don't get me wrong, I'm not sure if the Prime Minister actually went wrong. Nobody reported that the Prime Minister, they saw the Prime Minister anywhere. But apparently the Prime Minister, decided, hey, he's going to meet with these individuals. I'm not exactly sure how this was arranged, but he met with the individuals in the office, it seems, based on what this individual is saying. The people lost their house, and they have to go to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister going to them right there. However, on the basis, I do think that the Prime Minister should have, no, keep in mind, we don't want to say, and I'm talking generally, brothers and sisters, I'm not putting any pressure on anybody of sorts. I am saying that any certain situation that happened to people across Dominica doesn't mean that the Prime Minister need to go to your house. No, that's not what I'm saying at all, brothers and sisters. I'm not saying the Prime Minister go to your house because the situation happened to you. No, there was a storm, a number of persons were affected. You would think that the best thing that the Prime Minister should do to at least show that he cares, to at least show some sort of, empathy, my goodness gracious, for what has happened, or sympathy. He might not be able to empathize because, well, he say he can empathize because that situation happened to the house in Roseau that they never apparently fixed, but, he don't know. I taking that back because I'm thinking to myself, they could have fixed the house, but no, they decide to build a mansion. Boy, I was going to say something of, they decided to be in mansion, they put them in the mansion, and then he paid $64,000. Maybe he can give these individuals $64,000. If the rent is actually $10,000, and who knows what he's doing with the rest of the monies. I don't know, brothers and sisters, but on the basis of let me leave the information that I gathered, brothers and sisters. Let me leave that there. Okay, if you want to know it, stay tuned. Okay, brothers and sisters, but I think on the basis of what happened as a result of Hurricane BERYL bringing serious devastation across the island, which of course I think is actually going to be using to say, hey, we need some help here. And don't get me wrong, Dominica definitely does need help, concerning we couldn't put lights in stadium. Maybe then we can actually get assistance so we can put lights in the stadium with the help of the disasters that has happened, if they exaggerate the cost. But I'm just saying, brothers and sisters, I don't know if that is the case right there. But of course, based off the circumstances, you would think that the Prime Minister would go around, show he cares, go around to the different places. What else is going to do? Make breakfast? No. Go around and see what's happening with the place and you know, show your face now. Show that you care. But no, you're taking photo in the office with people. It's rather interesting that I saw this sentiment right there. Poor people in their slippers, push-ins and toeless. Scared flashing his $9,000 shoes. Yes, father. Now, when we saw this photo, brothers and sisters, you'd be like, oh, that's a nice photo and what have you. And then you realize that is not exactly the case right there. When you look at the shoes, remember the shoes that we pointed out? It's $3,283 US. That's just the price of it. PayPal, they say that there. Oh, no, that's not PayPal. Anyways, you can pay with PayPal. But this is actually on the website itself. And his shoes cost about $3,000. That's around 823, 256, about $8,700, brothers and sisters. His shoes. People actually going to him to seek help, and of course, he definitely has the shoes on his feet. I mean, this, I don't know if SKERRIT is clueless. He might be very clueless, brothers. He might be. I don't know. How you backward like that? How you? So the people. But then again, people say about Mystelics, you want the man to wear a BrBpTV shoes. No, I'm not saying wear BrBpTV shoes. At least you could wear shoes that is, you know, you don't have to be almost $9,000. Why you wearing their shoes $9,000 and people lose their house or the very economy that you have destroyed? I don't understand. And they come in and claim to the people, hey, the country don't have money. And the very people will be like, yeah, it's true. Why they dressing the old, my goodness, why they dressing the old man with a labor shirt? Huh? Why they doing that? Maybe the old man that decided he dressing in his labor shirt. But something is really, really wrong with this world, brothers and sisters. As I'm thinking of this, I'm also thinking of the Democratic Party right there. The United States individuals. I've mentioned this a number of times, indicating that it seems like the Democratic individuals in the United States and the Dominica Labour Party are equally the same. They both get the drugs, brothers and sisters, and they are supporting their oppressors. Who you think started the KKK? You know who? The Democratic Party. Who you think started Jim Crow and created all the laws that help to keep them black people down? The Democratic Party. Who you thinking, brother? Just name it. The Confederacy, brothers and sisters, just name it. All these things are done on the Democratic Party. People don't know this information, yet still they're supporting. But it's in Dominica, it's rather interesting when I look at it, because in Dominica, people see what is happening to them. In America, they give you programs you do to keep you poor. You know, you cannot elevate boys to keep you poor. You have to really, but anyways, let me leave that alone. But in Dominica, they're not doing nothing for you except giving you breadcrumbs, brothers and sisters. Bare breadcrumbs. You're trying to elevate, you start your business is going to cool in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, brothers and sisters. I don't understand what is going on. Anyways, this person, Miriam Blanchard, I was happy to be a member of the Honorable Prime Minister's delegation that met with some of my Pottersville constituency who suffered damages. So based off this, brothers and sisters, it seems like, where is she? Oh, look, she at the back there. So I'm guessing, oh, so they actually did go around. Prime Minister's delegation that met with some of my Pottersville constituents who suffered damages. Okay. So apparently they most likely went then. That's what I was kind of hoping for, going around the different places to see something. But I mean, the sentiment with the shoes is always killing us right there, brothers and sisters, because I mean, come on. The economy not doing well, and you at least they take a nice picture, okay? At least. Anyways, brothers and sisters, congratulations. Oh, so this is actually from Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Right there, I think he made a post on Facebook, and of course he's congratulating Dominican KAVEM HODGE for scoring the first half century of his test campaign. Keep up the fight right there. They actually played a wonderful match, brothers and sisters, and as you can see, it's not just him, but we're gonna be focusing on a number of things. You can pretty much see the middle batsmen were the ones doing their thing. So Craig was there doing his. He didn't get much. Zachary didn't get much. Kirk, Mitchell, and Mackenzie got 73. ALICK ATHANAZE got 74. KAVEM broke his 100, brothers and sisters. I'm scoring 112. Brothers and sisters, he was bowled by Turney and caught by Jack. But of course, the Dominican fellas did a wonderful job right there. You can see the orders for yourself. But of course, big up KAVEM HODGE and ALICK ATHANAZE right there for definitely representing strong and hard. I think they should have been a part of the T20 games. But hey, it is what it is. It seems like KAVEM HODGE can definitely hit the ball. 100, brothers and sisters, 112. And of course, he was caught. So congratulations, the century, first century, right there. First half. Oh, Thompson gave his first half century, but he actually scored a century. So kudos for his first half century, and kudos for his century, brothers and sisters, right there. This I saw the previous one when you scored. I think you scored 78. I say, hey, you do better than ALICK, man, but he was not out at that time, and it seems like he actually got the century right there. So thanks for the update right there in that regard. So kudos to the boys for definitely doing their thing, and of course for the shout out from Dr. Thompson FONTAINE, and of course for the Prime Minister for definitely going around to show some sort of empathy in that regard right there. Okay, but sir, I mean, come on, sir, we can do better than this. Why are you buying that more? Why don't give it? Brothers and sisters, when I look at the situation in Dominica, I saw this very post right there. I saw this very post. As a little boy, we were promised a number of things. We had a great future ahead of us. The future was bright, man. You are the youth. They say you are the future. And you became the future, brothers and sisters, and you're wondering what on earth has happened. But forgetting as well that it's not just your youth that is going. Time is also going as well. We haven't got much of this time, brothers and sisters. You spend more time being old than you spend being young. I think when you reach about 35, around 35, that when from 35 go up, that's when you enter into the 35 to 50, I think. That's a middle age, so to speak. No, 35 to 55, I think. 45, 55. Well, it's different for women. Because for women, anyways, yeah, brothers and sisters, I was thinking biological clocks and this kind of things there, but that's but I guess it varies. But youth, brothers and sisters, your youth, you pretty much have your youth, your essence of youth by 25. When you reach 25, go to 35, that's when you transition into more of the you should be sustainable in your youth. You have your energy and everything like that. 35, go back to 55 around that time. You're pretty much not heading downhill, you know what? You're pretty much this way. Okay? So it's like taking flight. Taking flight. When you're 25, you about to turn in, then you're 35, then you're pretty much like this. To 55, and then you start good. But brothers and sisters, and the reason why I pointed this out is because it's important to understand how much time we have left, brothers and sisters. When people promise us all sorts of things and they show that they don't care, we should not be wasting currency or time to be bothered with these people and change them out so that we can, the little limited time that we have left, brothers and sisters. The great book says it gives us free score and 10. That's 75 years old. 70 years old, brothers and sisters. Free score is 60 and 10. That's 70 years old, brothers and sisters. So, that should let you know how quickly time goes by. Very, very quickly, brothers and sisters. And we should not be wasting time right there. Tell them, stop their dirty ways. Tell them, stop their dirty ways. Prime Minister, you should know better. And it's very interesting to see that the shoes of the individuals right there. Let me zoom in. You know? Not saying that the Prime Minister should be wearing brogodo shoes, but I mean, come on. Come on. Grandpa Noah had his roots, who have the Jesus sandals, Mr. Celilas, that your foot walk the road of Damascus. Yes, man. Two of all you walk the road of Damascus. Yes, yes, Lord. And auntie there for short pants. All right. Well, so it does be sometimes, man. So it does be sometimes. But brothers and sisters, another point, stop doing this to the older folks. Stop making them be the mascots for the Dominican Labour Party. Hey, lass, they see me here. Where's me? Stop it. You probably raise wet shit for him to see if he can get a little money I don't know. I just saying what I want, brothers and sisters. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in that regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Tune in for the next reaction I'll be doing a bit later on today. And of course, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get the latest vibrations as they tend to come through. So, Mystelics, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, click the like button, brothers and sisters. And with that said, be real, brothers and sisters. Salute the king. Be positive.